Good morning, you guys. I hope all is well. I'm a little emotional and I might cry a little bit in this video because I was just reading something. You know, this video is really going to be about Black people's mental health because that's something that's taboo in our community. Nobody wants to believe that there's anything wrong with them, but through your behaviors, you should be able to see that something is wrong. Like, something is wrong. You know, and I told y'all, I feel like I have BPD. I haven't went to get diagnosed. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to see a therapist or none of that because, for one, like most people in the Black community, we don't want to go see those people. For one, I don't want them trying to put me on no medicine. But I realized with BPD, they say we need a lot of DBT, which is, I forgot what it stands for, like dialectical, I don't know, dialect behavioral therapy or something like that. And it's about the behaviors, like, so I guess through like talking, and this is why I talk on my YouTube. Like, YouTube has been very therapeutic for me. I know that I have issues. And this lady asked me yesterday, she said, why do you identify with BPD versus being chosen? I'm like, I'm both. Like, two things can be true at the same time. One thing about me is I'm a realist. I'm real with myself. I really want change for myself. So if you really want change, you have to be real with yourself. You can't tell yourself lies. You can't run from the truth. You have to be real with yourself in order to change, in order to figure out why you're like this, where it comes from. And this is why I really give all my thanks to God, because he's the one that put this stuff on my path. I never went out seeking for this information, but through me being curious, through me asking God a ton of questions. God probably gets so tired of me asking him stuff, but I'm a curious person. I really just be wanting to know the why behind things. I'm that person that wants to know why about everything. I'm not a what person, or I like to know why. Why? Why is this that way? Why is the sky blue? Like, and I'll ask these questions. If every time I ask these questions, I get the answers. Why is this that way? Like, I ask that. So through me doing that, one day I don't even know. I told y'all this in one of them other videos about how narcissists and people with BPD attract one another. So I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, my memory be like, gone. But anyways, the lady had asked me why, you know, do I identify with that? I am chosen, and a lot of chosen ones, we have issues, severe issues. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot as a child. We've been through a lot in our life. We've been through a lot. A lot of people go through a lot, but I just know that scapegoats, black sheep, we get stuff like a lot harder because it's like we get multiple issues that people face. We get, you know, this person might experience this, that, or that. We'll experience all of that mess. Like, you know, and narcissists kind of do too. These two disorders, this is why they in the same category. And I study this stuff, like, because I want to know. I want to know where narcissism comes from. I want to know where borderline comes from. And we have similar traits. We're in the same cluster. Cluster B personality disorders is narcissist, borderline, antisocial, and histrionic. And we have similar characteristics because we all fall into the same, we all fall into the, like, similar, we have similar traits because it's in the same category. This is what I told y'all in that community post that day about Dr. Fox. These people, God put these people on my path. I never went out looking for nothing. The little, I was looking at my emails one day and I saw like a question. This website, Quora, is Quora. I don't even know how that came to my email. I don't know. Like, God is so magical. When you ask, you shall receive. And it don't matter what it's about. If you ask God anything, he's going to put someone in your path. He uses other people. This is what people be like, oh, you doing God's work, because he uses us. We are the vessels. We're the vessels. We're the tools that he used to help other people. You can't see him. So he'll pour his spirit onto his sons and daughters so that they can act out what he needs them to act out to help his people, his other people. This is why it's important for us to all be walking in our purpose, for us to all allow God, because he wants to use you in a mighty way. He wants to use you. He needs to be able to use you to serve humanity. Like, you know, but it was something I was just reading, and this somebody in one of the like comments on the core thing, it was a question about why do, I forgot what the question was, but it was something about why do BPD people push people away or something like that. And I told y'all that was one of my very first questions, because I can cut a person off like it's nothing. Like, I mean, I cut my own mom off. Like, I can cut you off. And yeah, it's like I might think about you, and it's like I might miss the good times, but the bad times, it really holds on. I really hold on to that betrayal. And that's what it was saying in these comments. The one lady, she broke it down, you know, really well, that saying that a lot of people with BPD suffer from betrayal trauma. And I know Dr. Kim, I watch her, she talks about betrayal trauma and these anxious attachment styles and detachment and being how we're hypervigilant and all these different things with, you know, coming with these issues that we be having. And honestly, I be like, oh, like so many things is like popping up now. They talk about highly autistic women, high masking autistic women. So Dr. Kim is doing like a study on that, because that's not in their DSM-5 manual. Like a lot of stuff is not, it's like for any industry, there's like a textbook that they make those people, doctors, read, and then they have to do further research, just like doctors in a hospital. Some things that go on with us as people, and when we go into the hospitals, and they never heard of it. Some stuff is like a 1% thing that's like uncommon, so they have to do like extra research and all type of stuff. Just like with my ear issue, I had to go to see a special ENT doctor who really knows his stuff. When I went to him about this issue, he knew exactly what it was. Everybody didn't know about that, but he knew, he specialized in that because he's had other rare cases of that. Most people are not walking around with a heartbeat in their ear, like where you can hear your heart beating. You hear your pulse, like you can hear it. Well, I can't hear it now because I got the surgery done, but you know, so certain doctors take the extra mile to do extra research. Like people really have to do more than the textbook research that they were initially given when they went to school. Things are changing, humans are evolving. There's several factors about, you know, our environment that contribute to our issues. And this is why I preach about the stuff that I talk about on my page, like, you know, with child sex abuse, sexual abuse, with all type of abuse, of like knowing your worth, with finding yourself, and all type of things, because we don't realize our environments are affecting us. The things that we're doing are affecting our children, and we're creating a lot of these mental illnesses. Some things are genetics, you know, because and then through me doing these videos, I see it myself. Like, you don't see yourself because you're in yourself. So it's like when you do videos, you can see yourself like from the outside versus from the inside. So I'll be like, girl, you crazy. Or like some stuff that I hear, like I'm learning that I might be autistic a little bit, because I don't like noise. Like, it drives me crazy. Noise drives me crazy. Like, even with my kids, I'm like, shut up. Like, I don't like noise. That's why I can never have a bunch of dang on kids, because that noise, it irritates me. I saw in one of my videos I did the other day, the truck drove past and it was so loud, it irritated me. I don't know if y'all peeped in the video. You're probably like, why she got mad about the truck passing? But I think I do have some sensory issues. And I know for my little baby, she has sensory issues. Like, she gets so frustrated. She acts like me. She's distant. She doesn't play with other kids. And I was researching that, and it says that can be genetic, you know. It can, and I know that her dad is also like distant from people. He's cool with people, he's friendly and stuff, but he's a loner. He doesn't interact. He's also the black sheep of his family. Like, that's why I used to tell him, like, bruh, God has a purpose here for you. Everything you went through, instead of soaking in that, you need to turn that pain into purpose. Like, God, you went through that because you're one of God's chosen ones, but you use your spiritual gifts because he's spiritual and don't even know it. Like, he has gifts. He's intuitive, very intuitive. He's like me. Like, I really feel like we were supposed to come together and really find God together, and that would have been beautiful, but it didn't happen like that because he chose to serve the other master, the enemy. And that's why I say he's a warlock. But through both of us, we act the same, like in certain ways when it comes to like our personality. We act similar. And my daughter is distant too. She's like to herself, and she gets frustrated. Noise bothers her too, to a degree. So I was thinking that she's autistic. And I just know, I pay attention. I'm very observant. So I pay attention to people. I pay attention to everything. Like, I'm just a very observant person. And so when I was reading this, y'all know I be jumping all over a little bit. But it's all got to do with mental and all of this stuff. And I just be wondering, like, cause for my baby, I'm like, she's 2, like, what does it come from? Because she ain't been around nobody. Like, when I was pregnant with her, I wasn't like stressed for real, because I was at the most peace with this pregnancy than my last one. I wasn't fighting with nobody, you know. I wasn't going through none of that stuff. I was a little stressed, I guess, like mildly stressed, just because I was mad that I got pregnant by dum-dum. But it was more so like, I'm just mad because he let me down by not stepping up more while I was pregnant. It's like the moment you found out I was pregnant, it's like you should have been on 1 2 1 2 trying to be on your shit. But at the same time, that's another video. That's another video, because I should have known who I was dealing with before getting pregnant with his baby. So I didn't let him come around me when I was pregnant for real like that, because I didn't want to be around his energy vampire spirit. I didn't want to be around that slothful spirit that he has, and make excuses and always want to blame the past and blame his mama and complain about that. He's a person that dwells in the past. So I don't like people that dwell so much on the past and don't try to make no change. Like, that's the type of person he is. He complains, but he doesn't do nothing to solve those problems. So anyhow, the thing with BPD, the girl was saying, so in the comments she was saying that people with BPD experience betrayal trauma. And as a child, when we experience that betrayal or that pain, as a child we experience that pain or betrayal from the person that we also had to depend on. So it causes us to split. And I do split. Now that I know what splitting is, I see it, because I even do it with God. Like, I'll do it with God because he's the only one I depend on right now. So let me finish saying what I was saying. So it said that a child that grows up with betrayal trauma, it was like a child that grows up as a child, and the person who also you depend on that also hurts and betrays you, it causes you to split, and you compartmentalize the good side, the good person, with the bad, and on one other side you compartmentalize the bad person. So you split. You see this person as good, and then there's another side that see this person as bad, and we carry that on. We do that as people with BPD. It's like, we can idealize you like you're the greatest person in one moment, and then we can split. Once you do something that causes us pain and hurts us, we'll define you as all bad. Like, it's like no gray area for us. And I say this all the time, that I'm an all or nothing type of person. It's like, you give me all I want, or I want nothing at all. Like, there's no in between for me with much of nothing. I want it all, or I want nothing. And I'm okay with either side, long as it's not in the middle. I want all, or I want nothing. So that's the type of person I am. And I carry that into my relationships too, because it's like, if they ain't giving me all I want, I don't even want them. I discard of them. I don't even want you. Go on with your life. And I was reading something, within that says that borderline, because most borderlines are women. So it said that borderline scapegoated daughters are caused from narcissistic mothers. So the person who put that in the comments, they said Dr. Judy Rosenberg talks about that part, and I'm like, wow. So I was looking for her last night on YouTube, but she don't post on new stuff, so I gotta find out where her videos are, where she really talks about that stuff, because that is my issue with my mom. This is my issue with women. I don't trust women. I don't trust men or women. This is why I'm a loner. This is why I don't have no friends. This is why I don't want no boyfriend, because it's like I'm scared of people. Not in a sense of, oh, I'm scared you gonna like beat me up or nothing, because I ain't never rocking like that. But I'm emotionally scared of attaching to people. This is why my friends, like, it's hard, you know, for me to get close, super close with them, like to really be vulnerable to a degree. Like, I feel like I've talked to my friends about certain things, but stuff that's real deep, my friends hardly see me cry like that. Like, I'm just real guarded with people, because when you're vulnerable with people, like, y'all know more than my friends have ever known about me. Y'all know more than my mom has ever known about me, because I don't trust my mom. I don't trust other women because of my mom. And a lot of us that have issues with women, when we had issues with our moms, I was even reading something like that was talking about BPD is caused through your maternal side, your mom. It's caused through having a weird toxic relationship with your mom, having an emotionally neglectful mom. Like, because I would depend on my mom, because she's all I had. I don't have nobody else. My mom is my person. I don't have no family. I don't have grandmothers, aunties. I don't have none of that. I only had my mom and my brother. And my brother's far away. He's living his own life. You know, he don't really check in with me. Like, I'm in this world. I was in this world alone. I'm still in the world alone. But I now know I have God. God wanted me to depend on him than my mom. He needed to reveal a lot of things about my mom to me. You know, and I love my mom still, but it's just like, I don't even trust her. And especially how she carried things. I know she's the one that called CPS on me. And it's like, why would you do that? So it's like, I don't trust her. And it's like, how can I be around a person that I don't trust? If you would go that far just to hurt me, it's like, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around anybody. Just my mom, my two baby dads, they have caused me the most issues. And my mom is the reason I don't trust women. My dad, I really don't factor him into it, because I never had a relationship with him for real, to that I feel like he really caused any of the issues. But I mean, I know there's something there that, you know, about him not being involved that also contributes to my issues and stuff. Just because it's like, you didn't care either. I just feel like y'all have me, and y'all just don't really care about me for real. Just like for y'all to be sitting there talking about me, saying I'm and this is before I was even struggling. This is before I went homeless. This is when I was actually doing well for myself, before God took me on this spiritual journey. And my mama gonna come back and tell me what he said. Tell me she don't need no another baby. She already struggling. Well, if you feel like that, you're my dad, won't you help me? You've never been there in the first place. You know, besides sending your money that you would send to my mom. And these people think that money means something. They think I owe them something because of the money that y'all have spent. That's what y'all supposed to do. You did the do or had me. I didn't ask you to have me. You know, and these people be getting mad because I be exposing this stuff to the internet or whatever. But this is real. This is therapeutic. And there's a lot of people that's going through it. That's why God allowed me to go through a lot of things, so that I can bring awareness, because he know I'm not afraid to speak up. And for one, they shouldn't be watching me. Y'all shouldn't even be watching. They be watching and shit. Like, y'all shouldn't even be watching me, trying to keep up with me, trying to keep tabs on me, see what I got going on, because you don't have no access to me. Stop watching. Because I'm going to talk about it, and this is my job to talk about these things now. So, but I realize how that betrayal, I do have severe trust issues. I don't trust people. Like NBA Youngboy said in that, he said in that interview he did, and this is why I relate to a lot of these boys that struggle, like a lot of the hood dudes, because I have compassion for them. I have empathy. And that's also what it says. Borderlines are very empathic people. That's why I say we have a lot of narcissistic traits, except we have empathy. They don't. Narcissists do not have empathy, but we do. We have big hearts. We're people that have a big heart, you know, but that little mean side to us is really defense. It's defense to the bad of the person that we deal with. you know, because we had to defend ourselves, or else we would get trampled all over. A lot of us already are people pleasers and get trampled over as enough emotionally because we want to please other people, but they don't want to please us. Because narcs, and most times we're attracted to narcs. That stupid dynamic is so crazy to me, you know? And it made me realize, like, dang, and I'm surrounded by narcs, baby daddies. My first one, he's just overt. My second one is a covert narcissist. But they all still invalidate my feelings. Like my mom, like everybody, you invalidate my feelings. And anybody that invalidate my feelings, I don't like you. And I don't want to be around you because I don't invalidate yours. I sit there and listen to y'all. I sit there and listen to what y'all have been through. And I offer compassion. And I want to give y'all that love that y'all never received. And I want to be that person for you. And it's funny because, like, not long ago, after Mother's Day, because I told you I hit my mom up on Mother's Day through email, she never responded back, and which is fine. I just know that I felt it on my heart just to wish her happy Mother's Day, you know. Let her know I still love you, even with the distance. But I'm just focused on me. I kept it real brief. You know, she didn't respond, but I ended up seeing another email that she had sent me around that time when I was reading y'all the emails. I ended up seeing that, and at the end of it, she was like, when she had went to the psychic lady, that's how I know now she be doing that stuff, getting readings on me and stuff. But when she said, when that psychic lady told her that, well, palm reader, she said when the palm reader told her that there's some people in her life that don't want good for her or something like that, she said in the email. She said, and I should have known it was you who wanted to see me fail. I'm like, what? We already had talked about that. You know, it was those friends that you had. Like, and then the guy that you were dealing with. Like, so let's be clear. I would never want bad for my mom. I still don't want bad for that lady. I pray over her safety and everything. Like, be for real. I'm not that type of person. I cannot like you no more and still don't want to see you. I don't want to see that for people. I don't want to see nobody, especially if I loved you, if I care about you. Like, even with my baby dads, as much as I feel about them, I don't want to see them fail. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see nobody taking L's. Like, that's not who I am. I have a big heart. I don't want to see you crumble and be homeless. Because for one, a lot of the stuff that I've been through, I have a savior complex. I don't want people to go through the things that I had to go through. You know? And that's the thing with empaths. A lot of us become empaths because we know how we felt. We know how we felt, and we don't want other people to feel like that because we know how painful it was to feel like that. So we don't want that for you. So I was reading that and I was like, I'm glad I didn't see this back then because I definitely would have been reading that email to y'all. I ain't on that no more because I know that stuff is like behind me. I ain't got to expose it. I did enough exposing to these people, and it is what it is. But you know, I realized how I do have these splitting behaviors. So when that lady asked me, you know, why do you identify with BPD? Because I'm real about myself. All these things, all the symptoms of it, I have those. Except I don't self-harm. I would never want to kill me. No. I don't really want to kill no one else either or hurt anyone else either. But if it's you or me and you coming after me, oh yeah, you already know I'm gonna get down with that little evil side. I'm gonna get down with the get down. But overall, you know, even when I was younger, I'm never gonna forget. I be getting off a little bit, but I'm never gonna forget when my boyfriend in high school, him and all his friends, we was out somewhere. We was out up at that little church, and it was like a go-go up there or something. Cause I'm from PG, so we listen to go-go and stuff. So we used to go, and I used to always be at the go-go's and everything. So we was at the let out, we was all outside and stuff, and him and some of his friends, they jumped this boy. Like, I mean, it's not funny. I'm so not trying to laugh at that. But my best friend was like, she was like, come on. And I was kind of high a little bit. I mean, not a little bit, I was high. So, and I was like, what the freak? I saw him blood coming out of him. I'm like, what the F? I said, what the fuck? And mind you, most girls be with the shits with their boyfriends and all of that. I'm like, what are you guys doing to him? Like, it all happened so fast. And then I saw the guy laying there with blood coming out and all this other stuff. Excuse you. I saw that. My best friend was like, Tania, come on. Come on. I'm like, what are you guys doing to him? Like, what? I don't like to see that. Like, I hate that. I feel for that person. Like, I always put myself in people's shoes. So it's like, I feel for people. That's that empath in me. I literally put myself in your shoes. And sometimes that could be a negative thing because I'll take on other people's problems when it's not my problem. Like, that's why I never like when my friends come and tell me stuff. Don't come telling me stuff about your nigga if you ain't really ready to take action. Because I'm ready to take action and whip this nigga. Like, let's go get him. Like, what are you talking about? How he just gonna do that to you? Like, so I'm not that friend to come telling that stuff. If you ain't really ready to go bang him, if you ain't really ready to leave him, please don't come telling me that stuff. I don't like complainers. I'm a problem solver. I love to solve problems. I am a problem solver. I love solving problems. So I want us to solve the problem. What are we going to do about this? Because I told you, my thing is always, why and how can I fix it? Why did this happen? How can I fix it? That's my thing. That's my whole makeup. So I don't want to see other people hurting. Like, I don't like that. Like, this is why it might seem like I come off harsh. You know, even when I'm chastising the Black community, talking about the men, talking about the women, it's not that I'm trying to be offensive. It's for one, I'm real, I'm raw, I don't know how to water stuff down. And they were saying that too about like autistic people. But then I know I have schizoid because I'm a loner. But they also, I was seeing how schizoid and autism and schizoid personality disorder, they overlap too. And I know for a fact I have schizoid because I'm such a loner. I literally have no desire to be around other people. No desire to like make friends and all that. I don't really care to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. I only want to be here to really help children. Like, to help children, save children, invest in the kids. Like, that's what I really do. And I do want to heal some. If adults are willing to be helped, I'm willing to help them too. But I really, like, I'm passionate about the kids because I know kids are helpless. You know, they're the youth. I feel more for them because they're the next generation. So I feel for them. But anyways, back to this BPD and stuff. So, you know, when the lady asked me, I was like, yeah, I mean, two things can be true. I am a chosen one. I am chosen. And chosen just means that you're here on assignment. It doesn't mean that you're just, I mean, you are different than other people because God chose you. And of course, all chosen ones, we as the collective of the chosen race, we're the chosen people, I don't know, you want to call it race or whatever, African Americans, Black people, whatever we really are, because they didn't change our names up so many times. That's why we don't even know who we are. They didn't change us up so many times. You know, some people saying we're the Native Americans, and I don't know. But we as the chosen people, God has a chosen group, and he dissected it even more within that group. This is why in the Black community or in these narcissistic families, he now chooses, he breaks it down even more. So now I have a chosen person within the family bloodline. And this is what this is the scapegoat. This is the spotted sheep. This is the spotted one. This is the one that's different than the rest. You're the standout from the goat. I mean, the cows. Like, and even when I look at the physical cows, I see how like some of them are the ones that stand out because you're the only brown one or you're the only speckled one. And it even talks about that in the Bible, like with mixing them and all of that stuff. You're the one that's different. And this is why he chooses us. He scapegoats. He allows us to be scapegoated. He allows the narcissist. That's what I'm saying. God give the enemy the okay to do certain things. So yes, sometimes the enemy, he take it and go overboard with it because he just wants to be in power. But he gives them the okay to do certain things because it all works out for God's greater good, you know. And I wanted to talk about that with the splitting with God because I love God so much because of what he has done for me. I know he's there. I know he's everything that I was looking for from my own mom. God has given it to me. Like, it's such a beautiful feeling. But sometimes I split on him because, like I said earlier in the video, when the child depends on the one person that also hurts them, it causes them to split. And I felt like that on this spiritual journey, you're gonna feel like God is hurting you. And I said, you're hurting me. Like, I depend on you and you're hurting me. You're making me, you know, you made me homeless. You made me not have no money. You made me have to struggle. Like, I depended on you. I gave my life to you. And now I'm struggling. Like, can't get no Pampers, but struggling to find some Pampers and all of this stuff. But one thing about it, God gonna provide. Like, you don't even have to worry about that stuff that we be worried about. But I split on him because I be like, now I get it. Now I get it. But at first, I'm like, I'm mad at you. You're making me mad. Like, but I know God is real. So it's like, I can't turn my back on him because I know he real. So it's like, I'm too loyal. I'm a loyal person anyway. If I bring you in my life, I'm walking with you. I'm hesitant to bring people in my life though. I'm scared to get close to people, you know. But when I do get close to you, I'm loyal and I'm gonna rock with you. Like, I got your back. Like, yeah, I'm riding. But that's how, like, I felt with God. I'm like, you're making me mad. Gave you my life, and this is what you wanna do to me. You wanna see me go without. You got these same people laughing at me, my mama and them, my baby daddies. You're making them, you're letting the weapons prosper against me. Like, I've been through all of this with God. But now that I'm elevated in this, I know, you know, I know why I had to go through this stuff. It wasn't that he was trying to hurt me. It wasn't that he, you know, it wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of this. He never meant it for harm for me. It was all for my greater good. So, you know, I get it now. And he know what he doing. He did it all so he could use my enemies as my footstools and prepare a table for me in the face of my enemies. My cup is running who they say? My cup runneth over, period. But yeah, you guys, it's just interesting as I read this stuff, you know, trying to figure out what's going on with me. I see things that's off with my little daughter. So I'm like, you know, these sensory issues, they say that's like sensory, some type of sensory disorder. But yeah, it's just interesting. And I am scared to get close to people. That's what I was saying about NBA Youngboy when he said in that video that he's scared of people. But it's like, you're a killer. Like, you're wild. So how you gonna be scared of people? People scared of you. But no, I get him. That's why I said I get them. I get all of these struggling dudes, and a lot of them don't have nobody to talk to because, like I said, it's taboo in our community to talk about these things, especially when you've lived that life. It's like, how dare, like, you as crazy as you are, and you want to be scared of other people? But I get it. It's because you have trust issues. You're scared to get close with them. You're scared to open up emotionally to them. Yeah, my screen kind of dark, so if I got stuff going on here, just disregard it. But it's like, you're scared to get close to people. I'm scared to be emotionally available. Like, I'm a very nice person. I'm very cool. Like, I'll chop it up real quick with you, all yada, yada, yada. But get close to me, no. Like, I'm scared to do that. Like, I'm scared to do that. You know, even with the other girl, my best friend's daughter, I mean, my daughter's best friend, her mom, we have so much in common. Like, she's so cool for real. But I don't trust her because of something she did. Like, I don't know, I just pick up on energies. And it was like, when I came to the birthday party that time, it was just like the energy. As soon as I came in, I just felt it. Like, I could walk into a room and I can feel I'm a highly sensitive person. This is what I'm learning now. I'm learning that I am a highly sensitive person. Even though I'm not like super, I feel like I'm not sensitive. Well, nobody can say that. If you say something to me, I'm gonna be just offended. But as an empath, we're highly sensitive people because we can feel others' emotions. We can feel the energy. God gifted us with the ability to feel for others. So we are highly sensitive. We're sensitive to others. We're sensitive to their needs. We take on things. Like, that's why I think I have a very low tolerance for bullshit. I have a very low tolerance for fakeness, lies, all of that. Because I just be like, it's too much. It's too much. I can't take that. I can't take pain. I've been through enough pain. I can't take it. I don't like pain. I would know. That's why the part of BPD that about self-harming, I could never cut myself or try to kill myself. I don't like pain. I don't like pain at all. But I'll self-harm in the binge eating aspect. You know, all the other traits. I had road rage. I don't have road rage really no more. I realized that out on the road, like when I'm driving, the way I used to be in Baltimore, I said, and I remember my baby dad, he was like, just relax. He was like, you got to understand that other people are out. Other people are they're challenged, basically. In other words, he was like, so you gotta give them grace, basically. Like, you gotta just chill and be like, you know that they crazy, so just relax. You can't let them make you mad like that. You know, that's why I say, even with him, that second one, all of these people, all the narcs in my life, they have their things about them that I don't like we all do, because none of us is perfect. But because I have this one or the other type of thing, you know, but I kind of do have a gray area. I feel like I'm learning to have a gray area for them, because I do see the good and the bad, and I feel like these people do still have good things about them, you know, because my second baby dad, really, honestly, he's the one that really pushed me into my purpose, because of the things he said, you know, the things he's done. So I definitely give him credit for being the one that got me onto my spiritual journey. Because if it wasn't for the things he did, even though they were evil, even if it wasn't for that, I would never be in this position. So, you know, but I remember he was saying that. And I remember, and that's why I said, for him, if you were smart, that first day when I got so mad in the car with him, because we was on the way to IKEA, and I wanted to he was going to go buy me that shelf that I wanted. That lock shelf. But I was like, I don't know if it was going to fit in my car. And he said that we should just order it. But I'm like, I really want it now. Like, that's the type of person, man. I want it now. I don't want to wait. I hate waiting. I want it now. But my car, I didn't know if it was going to fit in it, because I had the Nissan and I didn't know. And my seats, I don't think even my seats went down in that car. I think it did go down, actually. I don't know. But we was halfway there, and he gonna say, he was like, how about you just get it delivered? I said, well, it costs extra to get it delivered. He said, I can just give you the money, you know, to get it delivered. And I was mad. And I got mad. I scared and did all that stuff. Like, really doing too much. It really was too much. Like, what are you doing? But I was so mad, because I felt like he was inconveniencing me. And and I'm like, you could have been said this before I started driving. You wait till I get almost halfway here. And you want to say that? We could have avoided wasting this time, because I hate wasting time. Like, I really hate wasting my time. I don't like wasting time at all. On other people. If I waste my own time, that's cool. But if you waste my time, I ain't gonna like you. It's a problem for me. Don't waste my time. So, yeah. He should have saw that as a red flag. Like, she's cool. She's cool. I'm not messing with her. A smart man, he would have been like, hell no. No ma'am. I'm done. Let me get out while I can. Because that was too much. But I don't do that no more. The risky sex, doing that stuff, I don't do that no more. Like, I know I have these things, because all of those symptoms, the impulsive behaviors of a BPD person, I did all of that stuff. Only thing now that I'm really still struggling with it, for the most part, like with the symptoms wise, is that binge eating. Because sometimes I do still binge eat, because I love food. And it's like right now, shoot, that's all I got is food. Like, I don't smoke weed no more, so it'd be like everything that I used to use as a vice, sex and all that stuff, I don't have it no more. But I'm still trying to work on my relationship with my food, because, you know, I do want to be healthy, and I want to promote health and wellness, and that's just the lane I'm in right now. But I do, and now I'm realizing that I might be she said high masking autistic. But I know that I have issues. I'm not stupid, you know, but I'm not so I feel like I'm not so like I was, but I definitely see the growth and I see the change. But I still got a long way to go. But I owe it all to God because, man, like, God is real. And this is why everybody need to let him in. Let him in, surrender your life to him. He gonna take you on a journey like he did the Israelites to get you to the promised land, to get you to that woman or that man that he called you here to be, to get you to that best version of yourself that he has ordained for you to be. He gonna take you on a journey because he has to, because he need to show you a lot. He needs you to learn some things, unlearn some things. He needs you to be real with yourself. He needs to he needs you to know that he is the Lord, your God. He needs you to look for validation from him, not your mama, your pappy, your man. He needs you. Everything you're looking for from everybody else, that love that you're searching, he wants you to find it in him, you know? And it's really beautiful. Like, I'm really connected to the Father. Like, I'm really connected to him. Like, I'm really plugged in. That's my ace boon coon. Like, the bond we have is like no other. It's the Father that I always wanted. I have it. You know, and I do be wishing that sometimes, like, he could just be in human form because it's beautiful. I really just want to hug him, like, a big hug for all that he's doing for me, because it's like, I just really wish I could just hug him because it's really beautiful, you know? And I really appreciate everything. It's been one heck of a ride, but God got me. I can trust him. I can trust him. He's shown me that I can really trust him. These other folks, though, baby, I can't trust humans. I can't trust humans. Humans, you know, and we're imperfect. As humans, we do stuff. It's natural for us to do stuff, and that's why, because that's in the human nature, I don't even want to be around the humans. Let me just stay to myself. I'm at the most peace when I'm by myself with my children, like, and I just got so much stuff that I want to do that I don't need other people in my life anyway distracting me from all the things that I want to carry out before I go into the next room, before I check out of this physical body and become one of these birds that's flying. Where they go? Y'all can't see them right there. But yeah, you guys, stop. It's not nothing wrong with being real about the issues that you have. You know, my heart goes out to everybody that has a struggling relationship with your parents. I pray it get better. But once again, when you learn to love yourself, you don't take that crap from anybody, because enough is enough. A lot of us have been beat down since a child, been picked on, been talked about, all of that stuff. Enough is enough. And that's why when it comes to this, like, social media stuff, I be like, I don't really care what other people got to say, because, baby, I've been called worse by better. People that I really loved, really cherished, really cared about, they done called me the most meanest things since I was young, you know? And that's what it's like. When you grow up around these toxic people, they teach you from day one that it's acceptable for a person that loves you to treat you like that. And it's not. So, yeah, I'm continuously being on my spiritual journey, my spiritual healing journey. This is nothing but spiritual healing, spiritual renewal, and I'm feeling great. And I feel good that I just did this video. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for listening. If you listened all the way to the end, this was more like a little vent session video. And also like an awareness video. So I'll see you guys in the next video.